Hello, beautiful people, and happy Valentine's Day! Or if you're watching this in the future and it's not Valentine's, then happy whatever day you're in. So it's Valentine's, and I thought to build some cool project. And I was thinking, how nice would it be to send a message every hour to my wife? A nice romantic message. So then I went into Twilio, which is cool project where you could send messages automatically to a number, and they gave you an API and all that fun stuff. And also I went into learning how to use a cron job. So basically this will help us send a message every hour. You can run a job every second, every minute, every day, whatever. And then, because I don't have 24 love messages ideas in my head, but don't tell anyone, I went to Google and asked him. So I found this website where there are a ton of messages, and I copied them. They're pretty clever, so yeah, way better than I could ever do. So let's get into the code and see how we can build this little app which will send a message every hour. Alright, so here we have an empty project in VS Code. The first thing will be to create a Node.js project. So let's open terminal and we can do npm init. This will ask us for a project name, Valentines, it's okay, version, description, send a message every hour to my love, or whatever. Index.js, okay, git repository, keywords, pop, that works. It could be MIT. Alright. This will create a package.json. Alright, let's click the console. We don't need it now. And let's create an index.js where we're going to write our code. First thing, let's see how we can create a cron job to call a function every second, just to try it out. So let's see. We have the node cron, which is a package, so we can install it and run a cron job. Okay, we need to install node cron. Okay, let's do that. So apparently we need the terminal. npm install node cron, like that. This will install the package for us. Now we need to require it. So const cron will be require node cron. And let's see. We can run a job like this. Cron job, or we can run directly. Let me write the code for that. We can do cron.schedule, and here we're going to pass in a string which will tell the cron job when to run. There's an interesting string of 5 or 6 numbers or stars. I'm going to put this link in the description so you can test when it will run. So for example, if we put 5 asterisks here, it will run every minute. Or if we say 0 here, it will run every hour at minute 0. So basically this is what we want. Also, we can have 6 stars. For some reason this doesn't work here, but this is optional, the second. And basically this will run every second, so we can test this to see if it works. So we put this in as a string, and then we have a function which will run. Let's see, console.log run every second. Okay, let's save it, and now we can do node index.js. Look at that. So now it runs every second. So basically this will run the function as long as you have the project running on your computer. So if we close it now, let's clear the console because I like a clean console, and we can leave 5 stars, which will run every minute. Okay, let's run it again. It might take a while, so I'm going to speed it up for you. Look at that. So it ran because it was the first minute. If we wait another minute, we'll run again, but we won't do that. Okay, so we have a cron job which will run every minute. We want it though to run every hour. So we're going to put 0 here and we'll leave it like that. So now this will run every hour. We won't wait an hour to see it run, so we just have to trust that it will. We need to use Twilio to send a message. So let's see how to do that. Alright, let's go to the Twilio website and create an account. I'm going to leave a link into the description below so you can create an account. It will be a referral link, so if you create an account you get $10 extra, which will be fun. You can play around with your new account. It's pretty simple to create an account. You have to verify your email, and then you also want to verify your phone number, which will be used to send messages to, and if you want, you can use to send messages from. In this case, I added my own phone number, but I would need to add my wife's phone number if I want to send the messages to her. So it needs to be verified, so I'm going to take her phone and verify it quickly, and she shouldn't know. They will also ask you if you want to create a project using Node or PHP or all sorts of programming languages they have there. So I chose Node.js, and then you will land to this page where you can see you have a trial balance. It starts with $15.50, I think, but then it will cost you $1 to create a trial number. This is a trial number which we're going to use to send messages from this number to my phone number first, and then I'm going to swap it out to my wife's number. They're also going to give you account SID and an auth token, which is secret, so don't share this with anybody. And we're going to need this SID and auth token to connect to the API and to send messages. So let me take these and I'm going to put them in a config file, which I won't show because I don't want you to steal my auth token. Let me quickly do that and we can continue afterwards. Alright, so here in the code I created this config.js file, which has three things actually. It has what we need here, the count SID, the auth token, and I also saved the phone number, which we want to use to send messages to. There is also this quick start, which we're going to use to grab some code and paste it into our code. So we need this. Let's paste it here under the cron job. So you can see here it needs the count SID and the token. Alright, so we have that in our config.js. So let's import it. Config, like that, will be require config. Good. So now here we have config.accountSID and we have config.authToken. And this will basically create the client for us. And then we can do .messages and .create. Here you can add what message you want to send. We also have the from number and the to number. So for the to number, I'm going to put in the phone number from the config.phone number. This will be my phone number for now, and then I'll swap it out with my wife's phone number. Alright, and we need the from phone number. I have one here, a trial number. You won't have it by default, but here somewhere is a button. You can click it to get a trial number and they'll generate one for you. So then you copy it over and go here and paste it in. Let's comment this out. We don't need it now. There is a promise, so it will send a message, and then we have a console log and we can see the entire message. Okay, let's run it to see if it works. Oh, I forgot to install Twilio, so let's do that. npm install Twilio. Speed this up. Alright, good. Clear it and let's run again. Node index.js. Alright, look at that. So now it created a message and it sent it. We have the ID and we have the body. This is basically the message it sent. There is this prepend header or something which is added on top saying it's a trial account. Alright, so I took a screenshot of my phone with the message and I added the image here so you can see. It's sent today and it's the same message we can see here. So it works, which is great. The last thing we need before we combine everything is to have the list of messages. So for that, let's create messages.js file, and here we can have an array of 24 or so messages. module exports, and here I'm going to paste in the messages. Alright, there are 25 I guess, so we can delete one. So we have exactly 24, one for each hour. Alright, look at that. Let's close this, and now here we need to require it. So let's do it here. Const messages will be require slash messages. Alright, so now we have all the messages. What we need to do is to keep track of the message it was sent. So const, let's say current message will be 0. So the first one will be the first item in the array. And here in the body, we can do something like messages of current message. Okay. And when it's successful, we want to have here function, okay, and we can do current message plus plus. So now it will send the first message, and in the next round it will send the next one, and so on and so forth. We might create a check so it will stop after 24, but I'm just going to close the program, so we don't have to worry about that. Good. So that's perfect. We have send message, we have all the messages, and we have a cron job, which we can now use. Let's put this into a function. Function send message. Okay. And we can basically run this function inside our cron job. Let's also log message sent. Okay, send message. Good. And it will run every hour. That's it. That's how simple it is. I can't really prove you, so you have to trust me. You can do it on your own and you can see that it works. I can prove it because there are a couple of minutes left until the hour, so yeah. But you could see that we sent a message and the cron job will work whenever we tell it. Great, so let's go over one more time of what we did. First, we created a Twilio account, we needed a trial number, and then we needed this information to access their API. Then we created a cron job which will run every hour. So here we have 0 and 4 stars, and it will run every hour at 0, 0. Alright, and then we took 24 messages from this nice website, so we don't have to write them ourselves, because we're not that good at it. This is why we're programmers, to create for stuff we don't know how to do. And then we created our application, which requires Node-cron and Twilio. It will create a message every time we call this function, and we call this function inside the cron job. I hope you liked this tutorial, and I hope I made your Valentine's Day happier. See you in the next tutorial. Bye!